Speedrunning is one of the hardest things to do in all of gaming, especially when you only have 24 hours to achieve a perfect run. Although Rocket League isn't really a game known for speedruns, some notable people in the esports scene decided to change that. Lethamyr and Lawler hosted a unique competition called the Apex, where players would have to speedrun 3 exclusive yet difficult training packs, each made by some of the biggest Rocket League content creators. But there was a catch. Each pack only had a 24-hour time limit for players to submit their best run. I decided to participate, but as you'll see later in the video, there were moments where that time limit got in the way of me submitting one of my best runs. Not to mention, the stakes were massive, because the person with the best combined time across all 3 days would be invited to Lethamyr's house to compete against pro players and content creators for a share of $10,000. With hundreds of players trying to claim that spot, including many SSLs, CRL players, and experienced speedrunners, how was I, someone with barely any speedrunning experience in this game, going to do? The result may surprise you. The first training pack made by Linkuru released at 1 PM, but there was a major problem. I couldn't hop on Rocket League for the first 10 hours, so the time I had to get a good run was basically cut in half. Fortunately, there was a rule that everyone participating had to stream their POVs, which didn't matter to me because I'm basically always streaming when I'm on the game, but it allowed me to get a sneak peek of every shot and some of the best strategies before I even started practicing. So once I started up my stream, I began going through each shot for the first time. But a couple shots in, I saw that somebody had just submitted a new world record. Hold on, there's a 2-minute 30-second speedrun. We gotta watch this, boys. Top 24 RLC. I mean, okay, dude. Although his rank was intimidating, I actually felt more confident after watching his 2.5-minute speedrun. It didn't look like there was anything he did that I couldn't do as a grand champ, so I felt like I could get at least a 3-minute run. With this goal in mind now, I was motivated, but I still needed more practice before actually attempting a speedrun. Now, I don't want to bore you guys and show every single shot, so here are some of the most difficult ones that could single-handedly ruin a good speedrun. Shot number 5 required you to somehow avoid the ball in like a millisecond to get the perfect setup, but that was insane to pull off with how fast this ball was and how close you started near it. If you couldn't avoid the ball, then you'd have to just hope you got a favorable bounce that was still scoreable. Shot 11 was a redirect from this really awkward angle, but you had to have a near perfect timing to score it. Now, shot 24 is what I called the run killer, because it was near the end and you had to get the ball out from inside this ramp, then score it without letting it touch the ground. And finally, shot number 1, which was ironically the hardest because you had to pinch the ball out of this pillar and manage to catch it cleanly in such a short amount of time. It was so difficult that it was actually the last shot I completed during this first attempt at the training pack. Luckily for me, a very important rule was that you had to start your speedrun scoring the first shot, but after that you could go in any order you wanted as a strategy. I preferred to get the hardest shots out of the way first, so that strategy didn't really matter much in this first training pack as most of the easiest shots happened to be at the end. Especially the last shot, that one was freer than a Costco sample. Like a speed flip. I will say though, being able to go in any order would be quite useful later on. Now that I practiced every shot, it was time for my first official speedrun. But I was going to need a lot more work to get in that 3-minute range because the first shot alone took me around 3 minutes to score, which meant this first run ended up being around 12 minutes long. To be fair, I basically gave up right after the first shot and went back to practicing random strategies again. However, my next attempt ended up being much better, but I made a huge mistake. I skipped a level and I forgot to go back. Okay. I managed to get a slightly lower time the next attempt while actually completing every shot this time, but the attempt after that was slightly worse. Something was definitely wrong. I memorized the order of every shot, but I was still consistently getting 7-minute runs, which just wasn't good enough. But after watching some other players speedruns again, I figured out my problem. I think that's my issue. I'm such a perfectionist. So whenever I don't get like the perfect setup, I'll just reset it even though I could still work with it, and that's all that really matters in a speedrun. After fixing this, I started to notice immediate improvement getting my first sub 7-minute run. Then a couple more attempts later, I went crazy. Okay, this one is gonna be a big moment of truth. Beautiful. Beautiful, okay. Yo! That's not bad. That was a heat check at the end. And listen, I don't remember how long it took for me to get the first shot in. It's not actually 4:45. It's a little bit less than that. 18 seconds is when it actually started. So we're looking at like Yeah, sub 430. That's pretty good, man. Although that was my best run by far, I wasn't satisfied yet. I still had my sights set on that 3-minute run. I checked the leaderboard to see where I was standing, and I found a familiar op. Chat, if you know who this guy is. If you're curious about the history between me and this guy, make sure to check out this video afterwards. At this point, it was already 3 a.m., but with how close I was to surpassing Duality Wolfie on the leaderboard, I tried my luck and kept going. Unfortunately, with how late it was and how long I'd been playing, I was slowing down quickly. And before I knew it, another 2 hours had passed, and I only managed to get a slightly better run of 4 minutes and 17 seconds. It was decent, but I was going to need to do better if I wanted a real shot at winning this competition. And with less than 8 hours left, about to go to sleep, it felt like this was the run I would have to settle with. To be honest with you, man, I would love to keep going, but I do think I've ran out of all my energy, unfortunately. It sucks. I mean, as I said, if there was an extra day, I was able to come back to do this tomorrow with a fresh state of mind. I really do think I could have gotten sub 4 minutes. Well, I wasn't done just yet, because with 20 minutes left before the deadline, I hopped back on to give myself one last chance. But it took me a while to warm up, and before I knew it, oh my god, we got 6 minutes. Oh, we're cutting it close. We have like one good run, and then we gotta submit. And that's if we get this right now. I had to get my best run right here, or else my chances of winning this event would be significantly lower. I needed an extra minute or two to spare to submit a potential run, so the pressure was officially on. Ooh, we were cutting it close. Okay. Come on, just go in. Nice, beautiful. I need to get this part. There we go. Holy frick, just get in the net, man. Setting it up it's hit or miss for me. This seems slow, but if we can get all of these first try, we'll be okay. Oh, that's huge. Here we go. Okay, I'm gonna do my normal method, just kind of stay under the ball. Catch it. Ah, that's troll. That's troll. Okay, here we go. This is the make or break. Not bad. Okay, fellas, this is the run. This is the run. This is pretty good. Yeah, this is great. We gotta get this in now, though. I somehow clutched up my best run by far, but none of it would matter if I couldn't submit it in the Discord server in the next minute. By the way, I've got my own Discord server as well, so if you want to be a part of the great community over there and get notified right when I stream or upload, then feel free to join with the link in the description. Yo, this is a crazy time crunch. I got like 2 minutes here. I gotta get the VOD, timestamp. I can't even calculate the time. Yo, Twitch, please, load. Oh my god, I got a minute. I got less than a minute. I have less than a minute. Okay, where's the timestamp? Where do we start? With less than 10 seconds left, it was now or never. Oh, we got it in. We got it in. I don't even think I did the math right because I was just trying to get the run in. Holy frick. That is insane. He said 10 seconds and I got, oh my. Wait, is the channel closed? Dude, the channel literally closed. I can't look at it anymore. I'm actually shaking. No, I'm literally shaking right now. After pulling off the greatest clutch of the event so far, here's where I stood going into day 2. Yo, chat, look at this. So yesterday, my run of 4 minutes 17, it was like number 9. Obviously, since then, there's been a lot of really good runs. But with my new run, I'm still number 9. Or no, I'm number 8. The current best run was about a minute 20 better than mine, so I was still in a pretty decent spot. But with the first deadline now closed, the second pack made by Wayton Pilkin released immediately, which meant I was going to be one of the first people to practice it. The best part about this was that I had a chance to be shown on Lethamyr and Lawler streams in front of hundreds of people, as they'd be showing people attempt this training pack right as it released. Anyways, I started to go through each shot for the first time, knowing that they could watch me at any moment. There were some weird shots where the ball would be inside something, just like the last pack, but they honestly weren't too bad. There were also some shots with redirects as a shortcut, but those are obviously going to be very hard to pull off, so I planned on avoiding those. Now, believe it or not, this shot right here was the easiest one in the entire pack. This is why. Is there a way? Can I just do this? I figured it out. I figured it out. This is easy. This is actually really easy. I have one hand on my controller. I'm hitting boost. That's it. Just hold boost. The hardest shot by far though was shot 25, because you had to do some crazy air roll shenanigans to hit it off the curve of the pillar. But the last couple of shots that came after it were some of the most difficult as well. And right as I started practicing one of them, I got put on the mainstream and I got nervous, not gonna lie.
Okay, man's going for flip resets.
Are they watching me? Oh, they're watching me. Crap.
Here we have Tuff. Tuff actually posted a run in the last 2 minutes before Training Pack 1 submissions closed. So he's in a bit of a running. I think he's got like a 3 or 4 minute run. He's got a 3:32 on pack 1. So pack 2,
good. That's pretty good.
He's pretty good. Pretty good. He's not close to the top 10 right now in the first pack, but if any of those guys in the first pack severely fail this one, he will.
I'm curious. So you're seeing in his chat, I think you can see that, where they're like, I think this is another pinch, like his chat. It's cool to see his community come together and be like, hey man, like let's solve this together, which is fun. But this one is actually just like that. Like you just land on the wall and then you carry it and flick it. It's so much easier that way. Now, if you can find a gimmick to do it quickly, I don't know if Wayne ever intended for that to be, but
is he trying to licks jump? Is that what he's trying to do? Like,
no way.
He's trying to licks jump. The thing where you jump off the wall and still have your flip reset so he can flip again. But that's insane.
I can confirm I wasn't trying to do that. I was just doing random stuff, but ended up looking like a helpless child that just got chucked into a swimming pool for the first time. So I moved on to the next shot. Well, this is not great content for that. Okay, I'm gonna skip this one.
Oh, so you can shoot that after the bounce on the backboard.
If you diagonal flip back to the right, you can redirect this in one. I can't, but you can. It is possible.
It's pretty cool that these have been really well thought out. Like they have specific purposes. Yeah, it really is insane like how quickly over 1 day period you get like these crazy strats.
I was so close to finishing every shot, but the mainstream could switch off my POV at any moment, so I had to lock in.
This is the qualifiers for the Apex. It's a LAN that's happening at my house, presented by me and Lawler, and the 8 invited players that are pros and creators. But we have one spot open for you guys, all regions, all RLCS competing regions, and make a pack. He's also been known to make some training packs in his videos and stuff. So this is training pack number 2. The way that you qualify is having the lowest combined time of all 3 training packs. And we're going to see how people get on with learning this pack. We're already seeing some interesting strategies. I think Tuff here just learned that he can backflip to the right, diagonal right, like Lawler was talking about, and try to redirect this. It is tough though.
Yeah, it's this one's very unforgiving. It's like a really fancy half flip.
There it is.
Midair.
That was it.
So
almost. It's insane though, because this is shot number 28. Are you really gonna risk it? Let's say you have like if you have an insane
if it's
run.
the difference between beating somebody out, like 100%. And yeah, you should celebrate. That was sick.
That was sick.
Let's go.
There it is.
There we go. So that was a cool opportunity, but now that I had gone through each shot, it was time to get the best speed run. The first attempt was horrible as always because once again, I fell into the trap of practicing random strats during the speed run. The second attempt, however, would be different. Also, shout out to these fellas for subscribing during this attempt. If you want to potentially see your name pop up in the next video or stream as well, then make sure to subscribe. Anyways, this second run was significantly better as I got sub 7 minutes. And it was clear I was progressing a lot faster on day 2 because on my third run, I ended up shaving off an extra minute and a half. And now I was right behind the current world record for this pack. Let me see, is there any submissions? 450, okay. After that attempt, I took a long break and came back around 9 hours later to try and finish the job. Also, the leaderboard for the first pack had gotten updated and my run for that was now at number 15. So I had even more competition than I thought. But while I was warming up and trying the newest strategies, a special guest appeared in my chat. Yo, Wayton, dude, my guy, how's it going, man? Thank you, bro. I gotta say, I love this map. Super fun. Yeah, if you guys don't know, Wayton actually made this map. That's why he's here. I think he's just checking out some of the streams, seeing how people are doing. Glad you like it. Just browsing Twitch. Nice, dude. Since Wayton was in my chat, I took the opportunity to tell him about an encounter I had with him years ago. Dude, Wayton, I'll never forget, bro. I was gonna hit GC2 for my first time in 3s, and I ran into your squad in my rank up game. We lost, and it took me another month to get back to GC2. It was kind of crazy. Yeah. Oh no, dude. I gotta say, bro, you're definitely like one of my, I think out of the Rocket League creators, one of my biggest inspirations because your videos are just so good, man. Like genuinely, I know, dude, I know this is glazing, bro, but genuinely one of the few Rocket League creators I actually do enjoy watching. W Glaze. Thank you, bro. That's so nice. I got you, bro. Of course, man. I mean, it's not often you see Wayton come into your chat, so, you know, you gotta take the opportunity to send some appreciation. What was really cool about Wayton being here is that he knew how to do each shot since he created the map. So I had to see if he could give me a few tips. Okay, shot number 5. This one, I don't know how to do it consistently. From what I've seen, most people are just hitting it the exact frame it pops out. I see. So just kind of timing it like that. Okay, well, maybe not. Kind of like that, right? Okay, that was pretty good. This one right here, I figured out pretty quickly. You could just hold down your boost button and that's it. Like, you don't have to do anything. Wait, and I feel like you probably made this level with the intent of like confusing people like that, but I don't know. This is a pretty clever one. Yeah, that big pinch took a while to get perfect. Yeah, that makes sense. Okay, this one, I'm wondering, Wayton, do you know if you can like actually pinch this in? I mean, I'm not really good enough to do that, but yeah, I've seen some people pinch it. Not sure how consistent it is though. I feel like either way, it's probably a marginal time saver over maybe this. I don't know. All right, I'm heading to bed, brother. Good luck again. Thanks for all the kind words, guys. No problem, dude. Appreciate you stopping by though, Wayton. For real. That's awesome, man. You have a good one, bro. After Wayton had left me with his knowledge on some of the levels, I was ready to continue speedrunning with a brand new strategy. Remember how I mentioned that after the first shot, you could go in any order you wanted? Well, with all the hardest shots being at the end of this map, I decided to go in reverse order this time. This caused a lot of my runs to go like this. Incredible start. Let's keep that up.
A few moments later.
We're restarting. But if I started off strong, it was much easier to cruise through the end. At least, that's what I thought. Good shot. Wow, that was super risky. Get in. Oh, would have loved for that to get in, but it's all good. Get in. Oh my gosh. Oh, the run is scuffed. All because of this one freaking shot, bro. That's speed runs in a nutshell for you. 5:35. This might be a tie for my best, but the amount of mistakes I made on that, dude, we could easily get a sub 5 minutes. Easily. I thought this pack was going to be easier than the last, but it was proving to be even more frustrating for reasons in and out of my control. Oh, my game decided to just start freezing frames there. Oh. Oh, man. That's not ideal. We got the same time again. Dude, stick drift is killing my run. What the heck, man? Still a good run, but dude, we could have saved like 20-30 seconds if my controller just didn't have bad stick drift, dude. It had already been a couple hours and I made barely any progress, but then this happened. So make or break. Yes. 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 Okay, 4.5 minutes. We can definitely live with that. I still think I could have done better. I think, honestly, bro, I could get it down to probably around 4 minutes, like on the dot. So after studying the new best speedruns, I got another run that was closer to that goal. Drop ain't finished. Drop's finished. 4:24. Okay, that's not bad. That's our best one so far. But in my next run, something tragic happened. Bruh. Ooh, careful. Wow, this is how we're gonna mess up the run, huh? Man, I think I have to just call it there for today, man. Dude, I've been speedrunning this for how long? Almost 6 hours. Wow, that is crazy. 4:22 is actually what it was. If you know me though, you know I'm very determined, so I got a couple more attempts in to see if I could pull off a miracle. But it was clear I was running out of gas. And then acceptance finally hit me. I'm gonna cut my losses, man. Listen, that's the struggle of it being a 24-hour period, right? There's only so much you can do. Going into the third and final day, the very first thing I did was check the leaderboard for day 2 to see where I stood. And once again, I was about 1 minute and 20 seconds behind the best run. So my chances of winning this event were going to have to come down to a miracle. But I still wanted to end my speedrunning journey strong with this final pack made by Thanovic. And with so much on the line, the current top speedrunners plan to wait until the last second to submit their runs. That way, no one could steal their strats or try to beat their best time. Just like on day 1, I had a very late start to the pack, but this time I went in completely blind, not knowing what to expect. I will say, a lot of these shots were really easy because you just had to shoot a basic shot on net or use a little bit of movement to catch the ball and then score it. The easiest shot by far literally just required you to drive in a straight line and jump at the ball. But of course, like the other packs, this one had some more weird pillar shots, including this one where you had to pinch it through the entire pillar. It was maybe the most annoying shot because you had to hit it super precisely or just get lucky because it was very easy to overshoot or undershoot it. There was also this super risky shot that you could shortcut with a ka-chow pinch or play it safe and take your time with it. The The last couple of shots were probably the hardest though. Starting with this crazy fast mid-air redirect that you had to time perfectly. Then on my second to last shot, you only had 1 second to hit the ball off the post and quickly catch it from inside the goal. Finally, the last shot only gave you 3 seconds to reach the ball right near the ceiling while not letting it hit the ground. Since I knew those last few shots were going to screw me up the most, I stuck with my reverse order strategy going into my speedruns. Now, considering that my first attempt on the last few packs took me over 10 minutes each, this was a great first run for pack number 3. Since the best known run was around 3.5 minutes, that was the goal moving forward. But shot number 30 was continuously screwing up my runs, so I wasn't able to get any good progress for about an hour. And during the runs where I did get past that shot quickly, this shot that I mentioned earlier became another problem. Oh nah, see, when I actually get a decent run, this is where the pinch is gonna haunt me. That's crazy, dude. Okay, we got it. In this current run, I wasn't stuck on that shot for too long, and I managed to get to shot 13 a minute earlier than my current best attempt. So this run was looking really promising. Boost into it later. I'm fumbling. There we go. It's a lot better. Oh my gosh, I'm doing a 5-point turn on this. Dude, holy crap, I'm washed at this. There's no way, man. There's no way. See, there we go. Oh my, by the time I finally scored, I was already past the time that it took me to complete my best run, so it was chalked. That is miserable. Things didn't seem to get better from that point because for the next hour, I was struggling more than before. Might reset the run low-key. High-key resetting this run. Alright, man. Frick this. Eventually, I was starting to go insane. Okay. There's nothing more I love about this game than hitting the post and the crossbar. Like, it's actually the most enjoyable part about Rocket League. It's the only reason I play the game. I have no other reason to play the game. But after many more hopeless runs, we were so back. We can definitely cut that down though, 100%. And that's what I did. Okay, we're near the end of the run. Very curious to see what the time is potentially here. Okay, it's actually a bit lower. If I didn't make as many crucial mistakes like these ones, it easily could have been a sub 5-minute run. I'm telling you, man, it's always one of the simple ones that'll get you. And this is one of the simple ones. I got a bit closer to that goal, but at this point, I was so tired after going for a couple of hours that my crucial mistakes felt unavoidable. So I gave myself 30 more minutes to get a better run before calling it quits. And about 10 minutes before hopping off, I had my best run yet. Okay, I stroked the most basic one. Oh my. That's a crazy fumble. Bro, we got a sub 5, but that was such a bad sub 5, dude. I was so mad at myself, but just 5 minutes later, on one of my last attempts, this happened. That is one we cannot be messing up, bro. Wow. Okay, just shoot it. Oh, yeah. Typical TuffPlayz choke, ladies and gentlemen. Dude, I'm going as slow as I... Despite what you just saw, I still managed to shave off 20 seconds from my last run, which gave me my new best run. But I had to make a tough decision. Okay. I'm gonna leave it at that. Dude, I could easily get lower than this. I could get like 4 minutes, but this is good enough. I'm just gonna submit this crap. I knew at this point it wasn't possible for me to win, so it wasn't worth it trying to power through any longer. In the end, I managed to place 6th in the entire event. Now, granted, most people dropped out of it before the final day, but for my first time speedrunning in Rocket League, I think I did pretty solid. There were definitely a lot of things I learned from this, and I had a lot of fun, even if it did get frustrating at times. Since I didn't want this video to be too long, I only showed parts of my best run for each pack, so if you want to see the full uncut videos of those, I'll have them linked in the description below with their timestamp. Let me know in the comments if you guys want to see me try to improve my speedrunning and break some other world records in Rocket League. But as always, I'd really appreciate it if you could leave a like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video and want to see more. Also, make sure to use code TuffPlayz in the item shop if you aren't already using a code in there. Thank you all for watching, have a good one, and peace out.